Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this series we're going to be going over Mars through the houses, okay? Mars through the houses. And in this episode we're going to be talking about Mars in the first house, okay? Mars in the first house. Now, before we get into Mars in the first house, we have to understand first what is Mars, okay? Mars in astrology represents the planet of adrenaline, of action, of asserting yourself, of initiation, okay? Mars is the warrior. You know, you got to think of like a warrior, someone who's, or like a superhero in an action movie. You know, Mars is that. It's all about adrenaline, force, energy, and going straight forward, okay? So Mars rules that. And when we look at Mars in our reality, it represents our energy, our adrenaline, how we move, how we take action physically and directly. Okay, Mars is very physical because, again, Mars deals with adrenaline, energy. Okay, Mars is also very much deals with your instincts, okay? You know, when you get angry, when your temper is up, you know, Mars is this fiery energy, so it represents your anger, your temper, and also your sexuality, okay? Your sexual energy. This is Mars, your sex drive. All of that is Mars. It rules the adrenaline, okay? Very physical, very connected to our physical bodies. And then we go into the first house. The first house is all about our identity, who we are, our physical bodies, how we actually look, okay? And the first house can even represent, again, how you physically look, physical characteristics, traits. It's very direct. It's your identity, okay? You can tell people, you can get an idea of someone's physical features based off of the energies they have in their first house. It's very physical, very direct, and very much deals with our identity. So now when you have Mars in the first house, the first thing I can say is that Mars in the first house is at home here. Mars is at home here at the first house, okay? Aries rules the first house, Mars rules Aries, so it all makes sense. And this is because Mars loves, one, the physical body. This is Mars' home, okay? Mars rules the physical body because our physical body, and rules the physical body in an energetic way, okay? Because other signs, other planets rule the body as well too, but Mars deals with it in the most basic sense and in terms of being in existence, our ability to move our bodies, our energy, okay? That spiritual energy you can't see, that adrenaline, you know? It's a lot of force, but, you know, that is our body, what it's made of. That's how we come of an existence, our ability to move our bodies, okay? The chemistry, the energy, all of that working, all of that is Mars. It's energy, okay? That's what Mars is. It's the initiator. It's the energy, okay? And this is how our bodies are able to move. This is how we have a heartbeat and all of that type of stuff. This is how we're able to move. This is all energy, and that is made up of Mars. Mars ruling Aries, the first sign, how we come into existence, all energy. First house, which deals with your body, that's where it's supposed to be. That's how our body is in existence. It's through energy. So Mars is at home here. And then on top of that, the first house also deals with our identities, our self, who we are. Mars is very much that. Mars is very known as being like kind of selfish, okay? Because it's all about our energy, how we take action, okay? Our self-motivated desires, okay? It deals with ourselves, our physical bodies. So this the first house dealing with our identity and self is perfect for Mars, because Mars is all about that, you know? Mars is all about the self. So with that being said, the first thing I can go into with Mars in the first house is people with Mars in the first house can be very energetic, okay? These people have a lot of energy to burn, okay? Mars is at home here, so yes, this can make you, yeah, very energetic. Like kids with Mars in the first house can be extremely hyper. It doesn't matter if they're kids, adults, whatever. These people have a lot of energy to burn. They're very active, okay? Because again, they have that Mars in their body. Wherever Mars is in your houses, it's gonna create a lot of movement, okay? Physical action, okay? Because again, we're talking about direct energy, okay? So yes, Mars in the first house people are very energetic. They have a lot of energy to burn, and they can have a little bit more energy than the average, okay? Be a little more hyper than the average. Um, Another thing to know with Mars in the first house, another thing to know with Mars in the first house is, yes, they're very physical, and this can lead to being really good with athletics, okay? Or being very body smart, knowing how to move the body, being very physical, good with the body. This could lead to, like, body smart. They call it. But yes, they could be very athletic, and Mars in the first house is a good placement for someone to get into sports, because again, these people have lots of energy to burn. And they're very connected with their body because of that. So getting into something like sports, and especially something competitive, because again, Mars is intense. In sports, they're competitive. They bring out the competitive energy in you, and it's very physical. So it's perfect for like a Mars in first house person. They can easily grasp or gravitate towards athletics, or just anything physical, anything that, takes a lot of physical energy. They're going to be into that. They're going to be good with that. And Mars, again, is a warrior. Mars represents that, like, physical energy, athleticism. You think of fighting when you think of Mars. So again, that's why Mars is at home here in the first house, because having this energy in your body, it allows you to be literally that, a warrior, someone who's very physical, someone who's very athletic, someone who's very competitive, someone who has that warrior spirit. Also with Mars in the first house, these people, again, can have a very strong temper, because with all this energy comes a lot of adrenaline, comes also anger, temperament. It's not going to be deep like keeping grudges. That's like Scorpio energy or Pluto energy. But with Mars in the first house, these people can be explosive. They can have a temper. They can yell at people, get into fights, be very combative, because they like a lot of friction. They can even start it themselves. But yeah, they can have like the little like anger and temper, because they got a lot of like adrenaline and energy to burn. And sometimes they'll burn it through, creating their own friction with other people, or getting confrontational, or being, angry. Also with Mars in the first house, dealing with your physical body, these people can also be very sexual as well too. A strong sexual energy, because again, Mars rules the adrenaline, the body, the instincts, that primitive, almost animalistic nature. And sexuality is no exception. I mean, that is the basis of sex, is adrenaline, our energy. So this is a very big part of their energy as well too, with having Mars in the first house. Okay, Mars in the first house people, first house dealing with your identity, your personality. These people in general are very competitive based. They can just have, a warrior, competitive, and even intimidating, persona on the surface level. So just like, the way people see them, which is having Mars in the first house, that like fiery energy in front, in the forefront, because the first house is the forefront. They could just look like warriors. They could look like they're ready to fight. Or they could just look like they're very energetic, or someone who, can handle a fight, because again, they got that Mars energy right in the forefront. Okay, it's the first house. So these people can, look like it. And a lot of times they can, these people have very athletic bodies. Mars, in the first house dealing with your physical body, the biology of it. These people can be athletic, gain really good muscle, be cut and ripped, whether they work really hard on it because they have a lot of motivation, or they just naturally have, that build. Because again, Mars rules energy and movement in the muscle, because we have a physical body, but can you see energy? that is Mars. Mars is the energy. So it's like, you know, these people are athletic, but also in a physical sense, because we're talking about the first house, the identity, what you see. So yeah, they got that temper, they got that energy, but you will see it too. These people could really have like muscles, be built, be ripped, or just have a tough attitude, you know. So it's that Mars in that first house. It's that energy. They have it naturally in their physical body. Again, Mars is at home here with Mars in the first house. So these people really get to, I always feel like anytime a planet or a sign is at home somewhere, you get to utilize the energy fully. So Mars in first house people, you get to really, because Mars is at home here, you get to really utilize Mars, your Mars here. And it's going to give you all the things that Mars deals with, which is like being a warrior, having a physical athletic body, or working hard to get it because you have the motivation and energy, being athletic, being very energetic, being very competitive, having that temper, you know, all of that fiery energy. So yes, that is Mars in the first house. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay, this is a very amazing placement for Mars, and these people got it. Okay, these are like natural warriors. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and come back for some more. And if you did enjoy that, book a reading with me. I do astrology, birth natal chart readings, okay? All you gotta do is email me and we can go forward with that. Also, check out my music. I have on Spotify, Apple, and here on YouTube. I'll have all the links in the description box below. And I'll check you guys out on the next video.